Hi, and welcome to Aphasia Moments, a video podcast where I talk about the highs, the lows, and everything in between of living with aphasia, apraxia of speech, and dysarthria, and other communication challenges. I'm your host, Cheryl Tondrow, and I'm here to share my journey. In each episode, we'll dive into real life situations, some funny, some tough, but all with the same message. You can live your very best life, even with communication, even when communication gets complicated. It's not about perfection. It's about finding strategies that work for you, staying positive, and above all, not taking yourself too seriously. Because yes, you are still the same wonderful, unique person you always were, and you still have so much more to give to the world. Today, I would like to share that recently I was given a book called 33 Days to Eucharist Glory. Don't worry, this is not going to be about religion. It's just that I started the book. We had to read the introductions for the first week, and now I'm starting to read the daily messages. And in each daily message, there's a virtue that I'm asking you to think about and how it relates to your life. And I started to think about the virtues and what they are. And of course, I Googled it because that's what I do. Virtues are qualities or characteristics that we consider that are considered morally good or desirable. So that's kind of means like what good we have with us. And Martin Luther King Jr. said he hoped that we would judge people by their character, not their skin tone. And he hoped that we would move toward that so we can see the person, not the outside. So I really think that talking about these virtues in the book might help us as we talk about the journey of recovery and living well with aphasia, because one of the things I believe is for us to remember how special we are, how we're all very unique individuals, and the strengths, the virtues we have within us that don't go away just because we have some physical problems or trauma such as stroke, or because we have communication challenges that make life difficult because we can't express ourselves the way we want to. I also believe that part of what I want to share with everybody is that we can rebuild our self-esteem, which may have gone down because of the trauma, and especially with how we feel about ourselves, because we can't share what we want to the world in the way we used to do it. So I think in the next 33 days, I would like to explore each of the virtues that are in the book. I don't know what they are because I just did the first one. And then I found that the first one really connected with me as it relates to the journey with communication challenges. So today I would like to tell you about the first one. The first virtue they talked about was patience. I think every one of us, people with aphasia, apaxia, and dysarthria, always talk about how important patience is. We sometimes talk about how we need patience for other people, and that's true. I need patience when I'm struggling with a word or phrase. So I really ask people to be patient with me and try not to interject the word they think thinking about, because a lot of times it's not what I'm thinking about. So when people interrupt you and try to finish your sentences or tell you what the sentence should be, it interrupts the thought process and the flow from the brain to the mouth. And I found that not only for the word finding, that many people think that helping me with the apraxia, which really shows itself that the words are not coming out the way I want to. So that's one of the ways advocates for aphasia, and I would just say all communication disorders, advocates will tell people these are the things you can do to help people with aphasia. But I also want to turn it around because I feel that it's important for us to not only share what works for us, for other people to communicate with us, but it's important for us to take ownership of how we can help ourselves. And I think one of the ways we can help ourselves is to be patient with ourselves. We can be patient with ourselves by using strategies that help us get the word finding. We can help ourselves by breathing and trying to take more time to get the words out in the way we wanted to. We can use strategies like writing things down before we talk and breathing to make sure we're calm. Because I know that for me, for me personally, when I try to get things out too quickly, that's when the words don't come as quickly and the words just get mumbled. And so we have to, I believe, patience is important for not only to tell people about how being patient that will help us, but really taking ownership of how we can be patient with ourselves and not get ourselves down about what we're trying to do. So I think maybe sharing these virtues throughout these next 33 days might help us with the conversation, how we can how these virtues can help us and how we can have more of these virtues. How can we have more patience? So if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear what your thoughts are on patience. And I hope that we can do this throughout these 33 days. And I will try to connect what I'm trying to say with, I'm not sure. I guess I'll try to connect the virtues with our journey. So that's all for today. I want to leave you with, we all have challenges from time to time. It's not only us, but I hope that you find comfort that in knowing that I'm sharing that I'm with you on this journey, that we're not alone, even though we have different ultimate challenges, we have more similarities, and it's really nice to know we're in it together. So I hope if you're enjoying this podcast, you'll click subscribe so you can know when the next one is and possibly like it if you think it's good. Until next time, thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful day.